grab a seat. We're going to be starting in a few seconds. There's a lot of seats here, and I see some spots over there. So welcome to DevTO at Shopify. This is, I think, officially the largest space we've been in Toronto. So very beautiful space in Shopify. All right, so DevTO are these guys here. We started 3 years ago, and we're organizing these. Can everybody hear me? Oh, yeah. Okay, so we started a few years ago organizing these tech events for Toronto developers, designers, and anybody involved in the tech scene in Toronto across different companies. You can find us the mailing list on DevTO.ca, the meetup group. Tickets go out on the first Monday of the month, and it's on the meetup website. So make sure to check out the site for previous videos of our talks, which JP here is taking, and previous presentations. We're already booking for talks in 2015, so make sure to reach out to us within the next few months if you're interested in talking. Tell us the topic, and we'll try and schedule you in. Next week on Sunday, we do a DevTO chat, and we have a mystery giveaway. But the chat happens on Twitter. Hashtag is #DevTO chat, and we'll talk about this week's talks and some other basically question-answer period on Twitter. All right, so our sponsors, this event wouldn't be possible without these awesome people sponsoring us today. So we'll get back to Creative Niche, who are going to give us the fast 5 tips to this month. But DigitalOcean, they're hosting our website. Really easy to use VPS solution that's cheaper than Amazon and other products out there. It's really good for starter sites and starts at $5. So check it out. Mosaic, do we have Tracy here? So Mosaic is a creative agency in Toronto. You can tweet them at Mosaic, and they've done some of the things they've done is like the. We'll check it out on the site. PayPal, they've sponsored last month, and they're back as sponsors as well. They're the hackathon, the Battle Hack hackathon. And then finally, we'll have Bodan from Mercatus. Tell us about Mercatus.
Okay, again, proud to be a long-term sponsor of DevTO across several entities, most recently and currently Mercatus. Who here does not know, actually, who here knows what Shopify does? Okay, if you do not know what Shopify does, see one of the people in the gray t-shirts. They're around here somewhere. But anyways, I would describe Mercatus as a Shopify for a large retail grocery chain. So key points of differentiation is level of integration. We do deep level integration with retail grocers in the $1 to $10 billion per retail revenue range. So in scale is a factor. We are always looking for talented PHP front-end developers. Other than my day job at Mercatus, I advise about 7 startups in Canada, across the GTA and just outside the GTA. I can let you know that Python's hot demand, Ruby, everything except .NET, unfortunately. But no, actually, being facetious, I can't find you a job. So actually, if you're looking for opportunities or gainful employment, please see me. On that note, I will pass the baton to who's next. Okay, here we go.
Thank you, Bodan. All right, so next up we have Monica from Shopify.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for coming to the space. It's really exciting for us to be able to start hosting community events like this. We recently moved into this office space, so again, just really excited to start sharing the space with the community. If anyone is interested in hosting any developer or community-related events, please speak with Arthi. She'd be more than happy to help coordinate some of the details with you. We did recently move, so it is still a little bit in progress, but definitely try and talk to Arts to get some of those details coordinated. We are also hiring right now in the Toronto office. We're definitely growing, so if anyone is interested in learning more, please reach out to Michael. He'd be more than happy to tell you a little bit more about life at Shopify, or you can always check out our careers page at shopify.com/careers. And finally, for anyone who's interested, we've got some great Shopify swag here. We got some stickers, some credit card readers, and some pretty sweet sunglasses that are definitely here for your enjoyment. So try to check some of those out. Thanks.
Thank you. Okay, our speaker. You can tweet at our speakers at Tan Tianheim and at Mark Lejeune, so they'll be our speakers tonight. And before we get started with the Fast Five, we'll just go through a few more slides. FIDC Web Unleashed. Alex will give us a quick run through of that.
Thank you very much. Web Unleashed is a front-end developer-focused conference that's coming up. It's a 2-day conference on September 17th and 18th. There's an optional workshop day on September 16th as well. It'll be held at the Toronto Convention Centre in the South Building. It'll be covering every aspect of front-end development, including frameworks, gaming, libraries, a deep dive into JavaScript, processes in business, UX, UI, and so very much more. Some of the speakers are including Dave Methvin, the president of the jQuery Foundation, Ari Lemner, author and co-founder of FullStack.io, Brian Holt, front-end dev at Reddit, Matthias Niemela, core developer at AngularJS, and as well as Caitlin Potter, engineer on the AngularJS project. The early bird tickets are on sale until August 17th and range from $199 to $249, but we're giving away 2 tickets for free tonight. Just be sure to tweet to win, and we'll be drawing them later on. Meet up with me if your name is drawn, and I'll get all your information. Freelancers get a special reduced rate, $199 for the 2 days, and full-time student tickets are always just $99. If you don't buy a ticket but still want to be part of the event, we're also taking volunteer sign-ups right now. To get more information, you can hit us up at FITC or fitc.ca/webu. And thanks to DevTO, as always, for being such awesome people to be involved with.
Thank you. There's also a $50 discount code with code DevTO. And we'll put that tweet up after the talk so you can tweet for the contest. The EdApp Hackathon is happening in October. Check it out at EdApp Hack on Twitter, or that bit.ly URL/EdAppHack. And a quick shout out to Lean Enterprise Toronto. We went to their last event earlier this month. They have another one coming up in August, and they're putting together this lean, like stories about lean companies within a larger organization. So last month it was a team within TELUS. Next month there's another team within some other company. So they're putting these series together, investigating lean enterprises in Toronto. We had this this crowdfunding campaign last month. Together we raised $2,250 to send 5 girls to a Kids Learning Code camp. So thank you everybody who donated. And then we get started with Cassia with the Fast 5 tips.
Hi everyone. So my name is Cassia and I am from Creative Niche. And for those of you who don't know, Creative Niche is a recruitment firm right around the corner from here that specializes in marketing, communications, design, and development. We place roles for permanent opportunities as well as freelance and contract. Now, as a recruiter, I'm sure you guys are expecting me to stand up here and tell you guys about all the wonderful roles that we're placing right now. I would be happy to connect with you individually. I'll be here all night to tell you guys about the opportunities that we have. But while I had a few minutes up here, I want to share some information with you that I hope you'll find useful, that we share with a lot of our candidates. I wanted to go through some tips on how to price yourself for freelancing. So Firstly, keep an eye on your competitors, but don't rely on them to determine your rates. So keep in mind that fellow freelancers may be undercutting themselves, and if you charge too low of a rate, not only are you shortchanging yourself and the industry, but you're also attracting customers that are more likely going to cost you more money than they are going to bring in for you. And these are not the type of clients that you want, and by charging a lower rate, you might be sending out that message. Review current job ads to understand the market. So look through local job ads posted online that you meet all the requirements for. Look for job ads that are in line with your level of education, your skill set, the location as well. And once you filter through these salaries, come up with an average. Once you have an average, we have a rule of thumb at Creative Niche. The rule of thumb is use the annual salary that you found, or if you're in a permanent position and you're thinking of jumping into freelance, use the salary that you currently have, divide it by 2,000, 2,000 being the approximate number of hours that you would work in a year, and multiply that by 10 to 20% for the expenses that you will incur. This includes cost of travel or your equipment. 3, use available resources. I know this sounds really obvious, but sometimes certain resources get overlooked, like a recruitment agency. Recruiters are always happy to speak to industry professionals and share our insights on the market with you. As well, creative earners, RGT, which is the Registered Graphic Designers of Ontario, and Creative Niche pair up every year. We survey industry professionals and we create an annual report documenting the salary trends. You can find this on creativeearners.ca. It will launch in November, and this is a great resource for you to have updated ideas of what freelance hourly rates as well as salaries are. Depending on the client, consider charging per project. So firstly, before offering an hourly rate, ask for the budget that they have in mind. You might find that they have a budget that you just don't want to work with, or you might find that they have a bigger budget, and that's always a great thing. Secondly, you may want to consider your pricing strategy. So if you're working on site with an agency for 3 weeks, you're likely going to want to charge an hourly rate. But if you're working with a startup or a mom and pop shop, thinking about a flat rate is always a great idea. And also consider giving your clients 2 quotes. Option 1 is giving them exactly what they asked for, and option 2 is giving them everything that you think that they may need that they didn't consider. Because remember, you're the subject matter expert. And lastly, always negotiate your quote at the beginning of a project. Again, it's a given, but always remember that negotiating up front is a lot easier than dealing with it afterwards, and get everything in writing so that you have a trail. And make sure that you're able to deconstruct the quote based on your assessment of the project, based on the specific skills required and the deadline, and you're able to allot the hours and explain where you've allotted those hours to your clients. So I hope this information was useful for all of you who either freelance or are thinking of jumping on board freelancing. Thanks.
So thank you to Creative Niche who joined us last month as a gold sponsor for the next few months. And we'll be delivering Fast 5 talks just like this one each month about different topics that might be of interest.